Welcome, welcome. I invite you to come over to Insight Timer so we can be together. Hi, friends. Great to see you. Grateful to be together. Okay. How's our connection? Can you see and hear clearly? Hi, Yvonne. Okay, great. Wonderful. All right, well, we'll just wait. Hi, Anne. We'll just wait a few more moments and then we will begin our yoga asana practice. Feel free to say hi and maybe something you're grateful for today. What is something or who is someone you are grateful for today? Another day that is a gift to be alive. And I will say I'm grateful for many things and many people. And I am grateful for my beloved teacher, my beloved guru, Saima. It looks like the chat is, oh no. Some technical difficulties there. Can you hear me and see me, friends? Hopefully, I didn't just lose you all. Again, if you're not on Insight Timer, I invite you to come to the Insight Timer app to be part of this live experience together. Hi, Tyra. Okay, good. I can see you all again. Things are coming back. Hi, Michelle. I'm grateful for my dog, Joy, and all the delight she brings to the whole world. Oh, I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, great. Vaughn shared, I'm grateful for my 10-year-old daughter, Adele, loves yoga. Oh, and he's here. Hi, Adele. Beautiful. Wonderful. Hi, Britta. Wonderful. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for saying hi, everyone, and sharing. Okay, so we'll just do a little sound test. I'll go back to my mat to make sure that the right mic is the one that you are hearing, the correct mic. So just making sure you can still hear me back here. Hello, hello. I love you. Thank you for being here. How was that? Could you hear clearly from back by the mat? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, things are a little slow today, but that's okay. What a gift it is to be together from all around the world. All right, welcome. Well, I invite you to have a yoga mat. Have any props that you prefer to use, bolsters, blankets, blocks, whatever you need to have your practice feel more supportive. I guess I should introduce myself, yes? For anyone that I'm meeting for the first time, my name is Selena Lael. This is an intermediate Vinyasa yoga practice, yoga asana practice. In general, just please honor your body. Yes, whether you feel you're a very seasoned practitioner or very new to the asana practice of yoga, listen to your body, rest as you need, modify as you need if you know that's safe for you. Just watch if that's better for you for certain poses. Please really let this be for you and your experience of what you're needing today. You don't have to look like I look. That's not possible for many of us. Yes, we all have different bodies. So I really invite you from my heart to let this be for you. If you are newer to our time together here, we have a group on the app, Love Heals All. All are welcome. Love Heals All. I also lead lives each week. And this week we have a couple of, or a special session. So tomorrow we have our regular session happening at 6 p.m. Eastern, where we will meditate together and be together. And then the following day, August 25th, my mama's birthday, at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are going to have, not on this page, but on my dad's page. He's finally leading lives on the app. I'll share his name here. On my dad's page, he and I will be having a chat. He's going to share some really beautiful teachings and wisdom around how to really alleviate some of the suffering that we experience, and maybe for some of us, much of the suffering that we experience. So I invite you to join us on Thursday for that. Again, you can find that session listed in his or on his profile, Jonas Magrum. And it's going to be, yeah, just wonderful to be together and look at how the mind plays such a big role in our experience of suffering, and different tools and techniques that we can use and different awarenesses that we can use to feel greater peace, greater calm, greater ease in this life experience. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for supporting me in my work and my time. And thank you for your presence. I love you. I'm very grateful to be together. So let us begin. For anyone who's newer to yoga, or maybe thinks of yoga only as a physical practice, the physical postures in yoga are called asanas, and they are only one aspect of what yoga truly is. So today, yes, we focus on the breathing and we focus on the asanas or the postures, yet yoga is so much more than that. I won't do my little longer spiel today, but just wanted to bring that into our awareness that yoga is so much more than just the physical postures. Let's start in a seated posture. And as a reminder, if we have some kind of a technical issue, I can't read your chats from here, but I can see the screen. So you can just throw in like a slew of emojis, and that will tell me that it's time to go see what's going on. So thank you for that. We always begin our 60-minute practice after a little intro. So we are beginning our practice now, 60-minute yoga asana session. So sit comfortably. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Relax them back and down. Turn the palms up toward the sky. Feel the crown of the head lifting up toward the sky. The chin is slightly tucked. Take a slow, deep breath in. Feel your belly, your rib cage expanding. And as you exhale, feel the whole rib cage softening and the belly softening in. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale slowly and completely. Long, slow breaths, starting to calm the nervous system. And also welcome the mind to this present moment. Conscious breathing helps us to experience more mental presence. So as you breathe deeply, feel the sensations of the body breathing. Welcome your mind to this experience of now. And then if it feels good, place your palms over your heart center and offer kindness to yourself. Maybe you wish to say to yourself, thank you for choosing to be here, or I'm so grateful for your heart, or I love you. But just say something or one or two things that are really kind to yourself. And if you were in our soul series, maybe you'd like to speak to yourself in that way. Oh, my beloved soul, I love you. Thank you for filling me with your peace. Thank you for filling me with your love. Bring the palms to touch. We'll chant the sound Om together one time. Let's take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Set your sankalpa, your intention for today's practice. Mm, Beautiful. Make your way onto all fours. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Lift the fingers, spread them wide, root back down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Inhale, crown and tailbone lift as the belly drops. Exhale, press the spine up toward the sky, chin to chest, gently tilt the tailbone. Inhale, belly and heart melt down, look up. Exhale, curl through the spine. Continue. Allow a space between your teeth. Soften the lips and the face. On your next inhalation, come to a neutral spine. Walk the hands far forward. Keep the hips high. Melt the heart down. Arms are straight or maybe close to straight. And the head and the neck relax down. Maybe the forehead touches the mat. Gently draw the navel toward the spine. Slow, deep breaths. Feel all sides of the rib cage expanding as you inhale and relaxing as you exhale. Shoulders naturally pull away from the ears. Beautiful. On your inhalation, rise back up. Walk your hands back. Ah. And now we'll have the hands a little further forward rather than right underneath the shoulders. Root down through the whole palm evenly. Draw the navel toward the spine. Tuck the toes under. Press yourself up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're going to play a little bit here as we continue to warm up the spine. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale to roll forward, high plank. Exhale, press yourself back. Downward facing dog. Let this feel good. Inhale to roll through the spine, high plank. Exhale to roll back. Press yourself back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continue. Warming up the wrists, the shoulders, the core, the legs. Everything is starting to wake up here. The next time you are in high plank, I invite you to stay here. You can always come down to the knees if it's too much. Press back through the heels, draw the navel in, press down into the palms, lift up out of the shoulders. Very nice, friends. Breathe. Press yourself back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay here. Bend one knee at a time. Reach the opposite heel back. Pedal the feet side to side. Shoulders pull up away from the ears. Look forward and see that the base of the index fingers and thumbs are rooting down, and the creases of your wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Reach both heels back for the mat. Hug the navel in. If the back body is tight, you can bend the knees here. Let's all press the heart back toward the thighs. Find some length. Feel the inner elbows rolling forward. Breathe deeply. Feel yourself anchored, grounded. Feel the contact between the earth and your feet and palms. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees and take little steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Fold forward at the top of the mat, Uttanasana. Big toes are parallel. Take opposite elbows, bend the knees. Relax the upper body. Rock a little forward and back in the feet, side to side. Gently shake the head, no and yes. Release tension here. Keep the knees bent, release the arms down, bring the weight into the heels, press into the heels and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. The upper body is really limp here. And the very last thing to come up is the head. Beautiful. Feel your head lifting the spine up toward the sky. The shoulders relax back and down. Gently hug the navel in. Tadasana, mountain pose. Mm. Bring the palms to touch at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, dive forward. Option to bend the knees here. Hug the navel in. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga all the way to the belly. Elbows pull back in close to the body. Inhale, curl up through the spine. Keep the pubic bone pressing down into the earth. Make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Press out through the ball of the foot. Hug the navel toward the spine. Lift the leg a little higher. Bend the knees, stack the hips, toes fall behind. Lift the right knee a little higher. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Remember, this is always optional. If this is your first time here, everything is always optional. Cross the body as you exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, back toes are slightly turned in. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into the front knee. Shoulders drop down away from ears. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Lift the back heel, step the right leg back. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And come up Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. If you're choosing upward facing dog, thighs are completely off of the mat. Really press into the tops of the feet. Reach the chest through. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Keep the hips square. Crown of the head reaches down toward the fingers. Hug the navel in. Lift the left leg a little higher. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Toes fall behind. Inhale, square the hips. Lengthen the left leg. Optional, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Back toes are slightly turned in. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Virabhadrasana 1. Sink into the front knee. Draw the navel toward the spine. Soften the face and the lips. Inhale. Exhale, touch down, lift the back heel, step the left leg back, move through your vinyasa. Three slow, deep breaths in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, press into the palms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa or just come back to downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips, open. Inhale, lengthen. Option to stay here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, hips square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open the arms wide. Turn your torso and your hips toward the left side of the mat for Virabhadrasana 2. You may need to lengthen your stance here. Back toes are still slightly turned in. Hips are square to the left side of the mat. Sink down into that right knee. Stick your tailbone out behind you and then tilt it under to lengthen the lumbar spine. Crown of the head is over the pelvis. Gaze is over right middle finger. 5 breaths. Virabhadrasana 2. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Lift the back heel. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Toes fall behind. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option to stay here. Or exhale, cross the body. Right elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, cross the body. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the left foot through. Lower the back heel. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Open the arms, square the hips now to the right side of the mat. You may need to lengthen your stance. Back toes are still slightly turned in. Sink it down. Stick your tailbone out behind you and then tilt it under. Find that length. Crown of the head is over the pelvis. Gaze is over right, or excuse me, left. Middle fingers. Finger. 3 more breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Lift the back heel. Step the left leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lovely. Inhale, reach wide, lengthen up. Exhale, dive forward, option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa. Cobra or upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Option to stay here or bend your left knee. Reach that right foot all the way down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Wild thing. Right arm alongside the ear. Breathe. Bring that right hand all the way down. Flip yourself back up. 3-legged dog. Extend the right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice wide stance. Hips are square to the left side of the mat. Sink down. Tailbone out. Tilt it under. Lengthen. Beautiful. From here, back toes are slightly turned in. See if you can maybe press your right knee out to the right a little so maybe you can see your right big toe. Arms open wide, lengthen, shoulders down away from ears. Sink down a little deeper. Left hand gently touches the back leg. Right palm turns up to the sky. Reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to thigh. Reach the left arm over the ear. Inhale, reverse, stay low. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. Stay here. Option to keep reaching the arm, shoulders away from ears, or bring your left hand back, bend the elbow, bring the back side of the hand to the low back, and maybe reach it all the way around for the crease of the thigh. If you have the bind, reach it up. We'll all inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, you got this. Exhale, windmill down. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Very nice, friends. Recall your sankalpa, your intention for your practice. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips, toes fall behind. Option to stay here or bend the right knee, reach the left foot all the way down for the floor behind you. Flip your hips up and over, left arm alongside the ear. Wild thing. Beautiful. Left hand touches down, flip yourself back over, extend the left leg up, option to stay here, or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands, lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice wide stance, hips are square to the right side of the mat. Sink it down. Maybe you can see your left big toe. Arms reach wide. Beautiful. Find that length in your lumbar spine. Yes, we've gone over that a few times now. Inhale, reverse, gently touch the back leg, left arm over ear. Exhale to extend, forearm or elbow to thigh, reach the right arm alongside the ear. Inhale, stay low, reverse. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Beautiful. Stay here. We're really firing things up. Option to keep extending through the arm or reach the arm back, bend the elbow, backside of the hand moves down the low back, and then maybe comes all the way around to the crease of the thigh. If the arm bind is there, release it. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill down, lift the back heel, step the left leg back, move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow, deep breaths. Root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs, navel towards spine. Press the chest back toward the thighs. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top and fold forward. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Tadasana. Bring the feet just underneath the hips. Tailbone is relaxed. Pelvis is neutral. Crown of the head lifts you up, arms alongside the body. Gently engage the navel toward the spine. Allow the gaze to be soft or the eyes to be closed. Breathe deeply. This life is so, so precious. Every single moment, the moments we're in joy, the moments we're in suffering, it is all so precious. And it is so fleeting. It goes by so quickly, and we miss so much. We miss so much resisting what is, thinking it should be different, that we should be different, that others should be different. What if for these next few breaths we consciously choose to take on accepting this moment just as it is, and maybe even feeling grateful for this moment just as it is. Beautiful. Let's we'll play a little bit with coming up and down today. If you're not at the top of the mat, I invite you to come back to the top of the mat, palms touch at the heart. Why do we do this? Let us be conscious. The palms are touching at the heart. What is this for you? What is this physical expression? Is this a reminder for gratitude? Is this a reminder of your connection to spirit, to your soul? Is this a reminder to be so deeply humble and reverent for the preciousness of this life? And let us carry that into our movement. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, option to bend the knees, hug the navel in. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana, come to sit on the ground. However that works for you, yes? All right, we're going to work into a powerful back body pose. It's actually a powerful all body pose. So just work with it however it works best for your body. This is a deep shoulder opener, among other things. So you may not fully get into it, and that's totally okay. Yes, as always, I like to come back to that quote: comparison is the thief of joy. How can we be with ourselves just as we are, physically, mentally, emotionally? And I invite you, especially in asanas, to let it be like an exploration, or even maybe a way to be playful with yourself rather than feeling like, oh, I should be able to do this pose, or I want to, but I can't. What if it's like this play? So many of these poses that we do, they take time to condition them. Even if someone's flexible enough to engage in a certain pose, it doesn't mean that they're engaging the proper muscles to really keep their body safe and to be in the healthiest version of the pose. So it takes time. And as anything in life, it takes repetition. The more we repeat something, the more those neural pathways in the brain are created and strengthened, the more natural what we do becomes, and the easier it becomes. Yes. So maybe we consciously choose to repeat the things we want in our lives. Yes. And maybe in this case, it is certain asanas. All right. So let's come to a seated position. If you're not already here with me, extend the legs out and then bring the legs together as close as possible. We all have different bodies. Yes. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. So you feel this opening in the chest. I'm not popping my belly forward so much, but I'm really opening the chest. And then I bring my hands back behind me with the fingertips pointing down toward my glutes. Now, for some of us, this is as far as we are going today. This is a big shoulder opener. You might not even be able to put your palms down flat here. So if your palms are not flat, if this is already really strong for you, I invite you just to hang out here. Start to work the pose from here today. I'm going to show a few different variations here since we have different bodies and experience levels. Another option here, so this is moving on in the pose, yes? So option one is just to hang out here and work your wrists and your shoulders from this place. Draw the navel toward the spine. Now, we're going to lift the lower body here. So press into the palms, keep the legs straight, and just lift up. Now you see here my feet are flexed and I'm pressing down into my heels and I'm working the strength of the body from this position. So this is the next option if you're wanting to work more into the full expression of the pose. And if you're wanting to come all the way into the pose with me, we're going to lift the same way we did. The difference though is that the feet, you can see my feet here, the feet are going to move down and I'm going to actually make contact with the soles of my feet all the way onto the earth. And I'm going to keep my big toes touching and pressing into the earth. Now, for some of us, the feet are going to be raised here as we work on building strength and mobility. Totally okay. So again, just work it from whichever option works best for you. We'll go up into the pose and we'll take 5 rounds. So my arms are getting tired just holding this. Anyone else feeling that? All right, here we go. So come into whichever variation of the pose works for you. If you're coming into this position where I am really press into your palms, squeeze your glutes if that's helpful, and press the feet down. Big toes are touching. And let's all just start with the chin to the chest here. Really keep pressing into the palms, open the chest. We're taking 5 breaths here. Very nice, friends. Let's take one more breath. Beautiful. And then slowly come down. And we'll take Dandasana. Palms flat by the hips, fingers point forward. Sit tall. Drop your chin to your chest. Wonderful. Lift the chin. So we're going to move into this one more time. Yes, choose whichever variation works for you. We'll take 5 breaths if possible. Of course, if 5 breaths is too much and you're just building into it, take as many breaths as you can. Yes? So legs are together. Roll the shoulders up and back. Place the palms completely flat with the fingers pointing down toward the hips. Option to stay here or lift up into the version that best suits you today. Now, if you'd like to work with the neck here and you feel comfortable, meaning you have no neck issues and you feel comfortable trying this safe, bring your chin down to your chest to begin. And then with your chin closer to your chest, begin to pull your head back in space and then maybe release your head down. So we're kind of creating a cushion with the shoulders. Bring the chin to the chest if it's back. Slowly release the pose. Very nice. Bend your knees, plant your feet, wrap your arms around your knees, and relax your forehead down. Slow, deep breaths. Very nice. Yes. All right, we're going to work with the core here a little more intentionally focused. I invite you to come down onto your forearms with the palms facing down. So we're on the forearms, palms are facing down. And you may wish to start just one leg at a time here. We're going to be lifting the legs. So one option is just to have, we can say the left leg extends, reach your right leg up, and maybe do 5 to 10 repetitions of one leg at a time, and then change sides. Yes, lifting and lowering. Flex your foot so you really have a nice, strong, active leg here, lowering. Keep drawing the navel toward the spine so we have this nice conscious engagement through the core. Yes? So one option is to alternate 5 to 10 reps on each side. If you're doing it with me, we're going to alternate legs kind of like in a scissoring motion. So you can start by lifting your right leg and then your left leg. Hug your navel toward your spine. Gaze is forward so there's no extra strain on the neck. Ideally, no strain at all, but no extra tension. And we'll lower one and then the other, just alternating here. And you see, I'm not actually touching the ground with the leg that's coming all the way down. I just hover and then I come back up. Breathe deeply, smile. Come on, let's make this a little more enjoyable rather than painful. You got this. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, beautiful. Bring the feet down, soles of the feet come together, knees wide. Take a little butterfly here. Lovely. All right, for this next pose, let's bring the knees together. Bring yourself back up to a seated position. Relax your legs down. This next pose will not be for everyone. So if it's uncomfortable at all, or if you know you have issues with your knees or hips or ankles that won't allow this, please, no need to force or strain. And if you're not sure, then we'll just do a little exploration here. And again, if there's any pain, that is a no for this pose. Extend the right leg forward, bend the left leg. Roll over onto your right hip to bring your your left foot all the way around to the side. And I'll move here so you can see you're not actually sitting on the heel. The heel is to the outside of the hip. If your knee is splayed really wide, see if you can start to bring it back toward the midline again. And again, if there's any pain here other than a sensation of stretching, please do not do this. It's just not worth it to strain. Yes? If you have a lot of booty or thigh tissue like I do, you can lift yourself up and then come back down. That will help you feel a little more anchored evenly on the sit bone, or maybe if so, both sit bones are touching. Now, for some of us, this is already a very strong stretch. If that is you, I invite you to stay here. Slow, conscious breaths. Make sure the jaw is relaxed, no clenching the teeth. If you're not feeling a stretch here, I invite you to start to come back. And maybe this is your max. If this is your max, stay here. Otherwise, come down to the forearms. If this is your max, stay here. Otherwise, lift the right hip up, lower it down, and begin to walk yourself all the way onto the back. Now, if you're here and you're still not feeling much of anything in that left thigh, you can bend the right leg, plant the foot on the earth. Only go as far as it feels good. Slow, deep breaths. Recall your sankalpa and offer yourself some kindness here. Gratitude for you. Wonderful. If you are on your back, slowly start to come up in the same order, opposite though, that you came down. So nice and slowly, mindfully. Once you're in a seated position, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward over the extended leg. Now, if you weren't able to do this bend, but you'd like to do this forward fold with us, you can just bend the knee out to the side and bring the sole of the foot into the inner thigh for Janu Sirsasana. One more breath here. Inhale, slowly come back up to a seat, and then we will change sides. First, extend the left leg forward. Give that knee a little bit of loving. Rock yourself over onto the left hip. Pull that right leg back. And again, we're not sitting on the heel. The heel is to the outside of the hip. Knee is closer to the midline if possible. If this is your max stretch, stay here. Otherwise, begin to walk it back. Maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. And maybe you're all the way here. Or maybe even have the knee lifted. Whichever suits your body. Allow a space between the teeth, soften the jaw, the throat. Very slowly start to come back to our original seated position. Again, if you weren't able to bend the right leg, but you'd like to join in the forward fold, allow your knee to fall out to the side and bring the sole of the right foot into the inner thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale to slowly come back up to a seat. Release the right leg. If you have it bent, let's give that knee some loving. Beautiful. We'll move into some back bending. If you are unfamiliar with back bends, please always watch first. Whenever we're in a pose where there's weight on the head of the neck, like in a back bend, like in bridge pose, for example, we never turn the head because we can injure ourselves. So please just watch first if you're unfamiliar, and then you can come into it. We'll all come down onto the back, bend the knees, feet are hip distance apart. Walk your feet into a position so that you can maybe brush your middle fingers on your heels. This won't be possible for all of us, but just kind of this general sense where there's some space between your sit bones and your heels. Turn your toes in slightly. Head is always facing the ceiling here. The face is facing the ceiling. Press your low back down. Feel the tailbone naturally tilt up as you compress the low back. Press into the heels, into the feet, and curl the spine up off of the floor. Low back, middle back, upper back, face faces the ceiling. Option to stay here or interlace the hands. Tuck the shoulders underneath you. Press into the feet, lift the belly, lift the chest a little higher, and then relax the glutes. And stay here for maybe 3 to 5-ish breaths. Lift a little higher, relax the glutes. When you're ready to come down, slowly come down the same way that you came up. Untuck the shoulders if they're under you, release the hands. Mindfully roll down the spine. Allow the knees to fall in, touching one another, maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Smile gently to yourself. You're precious, wonderful, worthy, lovable, amazing, beautiful, fantastic self. You are such a gift. You are such a gift. And you are beyond worthy. You are so beautiful inside and out and deserve a beautiful, beautiful life. And remember, a beautiful life doesn't mean that painful moments don't occur or that challenges don't come. It's this overall beauty of the mind, the emotions, and what is created from that beautiful state. We'll come up into bridge pose one more time, or if you wish, we'll move into full wheel. I'll take my bun out for this one. So if you're taking bridge pose, again, we start with the feet. Actually, we'll all start with this foot position. Feet are hip distance apart. Maybe you can brush the heels with your middle fingers. Toes are turned in slightly. If you're taking bridge, press the low back down and then curl up through the spine. If you're taking full wheel, we'll do this together step by step. Reach the arms up alongside the ears, bend the elbows, and plant the palms on the floor with the fingertips pointing down toward the shoulders. So fingers point down toward shoulders. We're going to come up onto the top of the head first. So press into your hands, lift your hips, and then lift yourself onto the crown of your head and readjust your hands so the fingers point down toward the shoulders, and ideally so the elbows are maybe above the wrists. From here, if you feel ready to, press into the hands, press into the feet to lift yourself up. Relax the head and the neck. Make sure the knees aren't splaying here. Breathe deeply. Option to slowly come down and rest, or we will readjust by coming down to the head. Walk the hands in a little closer to the shoulders, or not if that's just too much and you're not there. And then we'll come back up into the pose for 5 breaths. When you're ready, slowly come down onto the head, roll onto the spine. Knees fall in toward each other, one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Allow yourself to be still. Slowly walk the feet in toward each other. Cross the left leg over the right. Take your arms out to a T or cactus them if you don't have enough space. Press into your right foot to lift your hips up and over to the left a little, and then allow the hips and the knees to fall over to the right. Keep the left shoulder rooted if possible. Turn the head over the left shoulder. Slow, deep breaths. Feel the belly, low back, and all sides of the rib cage expanding with each breath, and then softening. Slowly come back to center. Uncross the legs, plant the left foot, lift your hips up and over to the right this time, just a little. Cross your right leg over your left and allow the knees to fall over to the left. Head turns over the right shoulder. If you can, keep the right shoulder rooted. Soften the face. Offer a thought of gratitude to your amazing body that is allowing you to be here, to be alive. Slowly unwind, come back to center. Uncross the legs, press into the feet to reset the hips and center. And we'll take just a few breaths on each side of this final pose. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, flex the foot, maybe lift the legs, thread the arms through, interlace the hands, reclining pigeon. Right knee toward you, left knee away. 5 breaths. Slowly release, change sides. Cross right ankle over left knee, flex the top foot, lift the legs if possible, if comfortable, I should say. Interlace the hands in front of or behind the knee, left knee toward you, right knee gently presses away. 5 slow, deep breaths. Slowly release. I know, just a quick few breaths in that pose. Knees wide, reach up for the outer shins or the outer edges of the feet, soles of the feet up to the sky. Happy baby. Chin is slightly tucked. And now for maybe the most important pose in our asana practice, Shavasana. Release the feet, extend the legs down the mat. Toes fall out to the sides. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. If it feels good, you can tuck the shoulders underneath you. Do whatever you need to get comfortable. And then be still. Our lives are so much in doing. Even if we're not physically doing, we're mentally doing. So give yourself this gift of pause. As thoughts arise, see them as clouds passing over the blue sky. You are the infinite blue sky. The clouds or the thoughts just come and go. There's nothing to hold on to. Close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body sinking into the earth. And just be. Allow the thoughts to just pass one by one. Feel yourself letting go, maybe even dissolving into the stillness. I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to complete, start by deepening your breath and welcoming awareness, this aliveness of awareness back to the body. And very slowly move your body. Start with fingers and toes. Maybe even feel like you're meeting your body for the first time, this magnificent, intelligent life force that the body is. And slowly reach your arms up alongside the ears. Take a deep breath in, stretch, and exhale through the mouth. Bend your knees. Roll over to one side. When you're ready, use your hands to come up to a seat with the eyes closed. We'll complete with our chant, offering the benefit of this practice, meaning all of the goodness that comes out of this practice for us. We offer that benefit to the benefit of all. May all beings and all of creation be happy, peaceful, free. We are one. Palms touch at the heart. Take a deep breath in. And if you're unfamiliar with this chant, we chant this at the end of each practice. So it will become familiar if you keep coming. Take a deep breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for sharing your practice today. What a gift it is to be together on the planet, alive at this time. Thank you, friends. How are you? How are you feeling? Thank you so much for your donations. Oops. Thank you for your support, supporting me in my life. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Shannon. As a reminder, we have our session tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll have a session again. But on my dad's profile page, Jonas Maygram, I'll put it in there again. And that is happening on Thursday, and that's going to be fantastic. Oh, Lori, I'm so happy too. Oh, thank you, Yasmin. Yeah, I can't wait to be together. Some of us will get to be together in Costa Rica. I'm so grateful. So much love to you and your precious daughter, Yvonne. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Adele, for joining us too. Mm. May we remember in the stormy weather that always comes that we are not the storm, that the storm is an experience and we don't need to fight it or try to get away from it or try to make it stop. We would never try to stop a storm, right? You just learn to navigate it. And it's the same way with our inner storms. We find ways to navigate them with greater grace and self compassion and ease rather than resisting, because it is that resistance of the natural occurrence of whatever is occurring that is the root of the suffering. Thanks, Sammy. Okay, we'll come to a close. I love you. Thank you so much. You're always welcome to reach out to me. And, there are ways to contact me and stay more connected on my profile page. You can find those resources there. And yeah, enjoy, drink water, take care of your beautiful body, mind, heart, spirit. How many things over here? Thank you. See you soon.